Dr. Ranganathan, amidst the political bickering, one should not forget that over 6 summons were issued to Hemant Soren. He did not answer those. And then he told the officials to come to his residence. He said, I'll meet you on the 31st of January and that's when I'll answer your questions. And anticipating his arrest, he was forced to step down.
Good evening, Swati. On these fast developing equations, let me put it that way, political or otherwise, the fact of the matter is that I want to make 3 very brief points. Number 1, something has to be said of our political environment and politicians when 6 summons have to be given to a constitutional head in order for him or her to actually come and depose. And I'm not just talking about Mr. Soren. I'm talking of Dr. Muni's, icon, Arvind Kejriwal. I don't know how many summons has he been served. I think 4, if I'm not mistaken. This is 5, Shehzad reminds me. Is this not an abuse of the democratic setup? You may not agree with the ways and means of the ED. You may not agree with the conclusions of ED. But you are repeatedly, as a constitutional head, refusing the summons repeatedly. I think that should be unacceptable in a democracy. I hope across the board tonight, everyone agrees. Now, very quickly, point number 2, because time is short. Number 1, there is absolutely no doubt that in 85% of the cases that have been investigated by the ED, the cases belong to the opposition leaders. Overall, 95% of the cases that have been investigated by the investigative agencies currently under the Modi government are belonging to the opposition leaders. Obviously, ED and other investigative agencies are preferentially going after digging the cases of the opposition leaders. Otherwise, I challenge people to tell me how many of the BJP leaders, the historical BJP leaders, not the ones who've just now become BJP leaders because of the fear of ED and other investigative agencies, how many of the dyed-in-the-wool BJP leaders, give me their names, at least 3 or 4, who are under ED investigation. And number 4, and this is important, for people who say that, this is completely a fake case and this will come to nothing, let me remind you that the conviction rate of ED in PMLA cases that pertain to money laundering is 95%. That is to say, in the cases where ED investigated and that have, Swati, this is very unfair.
Mr. Muni, I'll come back to you. You can present your data and counter. Let him finish. You can counter him with your data. I'll give you a chance to counter.
This is, I don't know what
मैं आपके पास आऊंगी, आप अपना डेटा रखिएगा और आप काउंटर कर सकते हैं. Dr. Ranganathan.
Dr. Muni is not like this. I don't know what has happened to him. Why is he agitated?
Okay.
Dr. Muni, please don't do this. Please, Swati, this is, I don't know. Please tell me when is times now.
Mr. Muni, 1 second. I'll come to you. You can come up with your data and counter. Let him finish. I have to go across to other panelists as well.
1 minute. Why is he so agitated?
I'll come to you for a counter. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan.
Dr. Muni पे रेड नहीं होने वाली. अभी आप में रहिए. Now, I was about Swati, come on. This is very unfair. I was completely silent. I was listening respectfully to every other panelist. Please, somebody must give me that courtesy. No. So, in the cases that have been investigated by the ED that have led to conviction, the conviction rate is 95%. That tells you that ED is no joke. It takes things seriously. Finally, in the case of the AAP government in Punjab, let me briefly, 10 seconds, expose their shameless hypocrisy. When they arrested the Congress MLA who commented on the ring of one of their MPs, Khera, Congress MLA, they arrested him, and what did they say? He has been arrested on the basis of ED investigation against him.
Yes.
AAP arrest people on the basis of ED investigation, and today it is castigating the same ED. Arey kuch to sharam kar lo bhai.
Okay, I want to bring